Hey friends, today we are replacing our old liquid soap dispenser. Someone pushed down on the top, maybe it was me, and kind of broke it. You're supposed to push down here. So we're going to replace this, and we're replacing it with the Glacier Bay sink mount liquid dispenser. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out here. And that's nice and soapy. So we're going to have to go under the sink. Let's see if we can come under here. And basically, we kind of want to pull out that dispenser right there. I'm going to remove it. I think it's been attached with like tape or something. I don't know, we'll see. Should theoretically just be able to unscrew it. Okay, so remove that one. Okay. And that leaves us that screw there. So we're going to want to unscrew that, and maybe I can mount this right here so we can get a good angle. We'll be back. Okay, so what we want to do is unscrew the little, got some tight quarters in here. Unscrew this right here if we can. Hopefully I didn't tighten it too tight. And let's see here. If I can reach up there. Right. Why did I tighten that on there so tight? Okay, should be right, tighty, lefty, loosey. I summon the full powerful force of the. Okay, that is not working. Okay, so I got some channel locks here, and hopefully I can get it with these. It's kind of a tough angle in here, really small quarters, so. Is it righty-tighty? Or is it righty-loosey in this case? That is not loosening. Okay, so I'm going to try the other way, perhaps. Nope. Nice. I might have to chop that thing out of there. I don't know why it's not. It wouldn't be loosening here. Okay. Whew. Come on. Come on. Don't give me a hard time here. This is incredibly difficult, I would have to say. And the quarters in here are very tight and cramped, and I'm very uncomfortable. Okay. This is just not working that well. Okay, let's try this. Give a bite here And yes, it's actually unscrewing, I think, a little bit, maybe. Or hopefully it's not just turning up at the top. I think maybe I loosened it enough so I can get it in my hand, hopefully. There's so many boards here and I can't really... Yes. Alright, so hopefully yours will not be tightened on by a machine and you can just undo it. So hopefully that's the only thing we're going to run into here. Now once that is loosened, you can just loosen it undo it the rest of the way with your hand. Ouch. And maybe not. Use my other hand to hold the stem and then loosen it the rest of the way here. Hopefully not dropping soap into my eyes, which would be awesome. Okay. We got it. That fell. Now if I can extricate myself from under here. That is what that looks like. Alright. Come on out there. Okay, we're back up top, and what we want to do is pull this core out here. And then we just want to kind of clean up this little soapy mess here. Okay, we'll open our box and put this one in. Okay, so we got it out of its package, and it's still a little ring around there, so I used some Comet and a steel brush thing. Get most of the stuck on stuff, so it looks pretty good there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we'll take this along with the washer and everything and set it on top like that. I was a little hesitant to... I don't really like the fact that the washer is showing here, but it doesn't look too bad. And now we're going to go under the sink and get that centered down there. So let's get under here. Okay, we're back under the sink, and okay. And what I'm going to do is take this nut now and screw it onto the stem. And what you want to do, see if I can get this out of your way here, is just make sure that right up here, it's centered in there. You don't want it all the way off to the side. You want to make sure that your nut is coming through the hole and there's the same amount of space all the way around that's out on the counter, so it's not offset. So that's what we're going to do, is make sure it's all lined up, and we'll screw this on there if we can get our hands up in there. Okay, so here it is right here. Hopefully I can't drop this thing on my face, that would be great. Try to hold the stem with one hand. Screw it on there. And I'll try to get it centered here. I know you can't really see because my hands are in the way. But, so basically, I'm just screwing this on with my hands. It goes on really easy. And once it gets mostly to the top, I'll try to center it now while I can still see. Hold that in place with my other hand while I screw that the rest of the way. Okay. It should be mostly centered. And I wonder if I can just hand tighten that. I don't want to get too tight like that last one and not be able to get it off, but if it's not tight enough, you're going to have water dripping down there. So I'm just going to give it maybe like a quarter turn with my channel locks here. Also, I've hand tightened it most of the way. If I can get it up in there, that'd be great. Alright, I got stuff in the way. What's in the way here? Wires in the way. Alright. Okay. Just give it a little turn here, if I can. Should be good enough. Don't need to over tighten. Let's see, once that is on there, we're going to check. I'm going to put some water around it, make sure no water's running down in there if it gets water around it, and it's just tight enough to make that seal. So we're going to go back up top here, but first I'm going to put the soap bottle on the bottom here, and this is just going to screw into the bottom of that. If I can get my hand in there, and this one is going to screw if I can get it in there. Not sure what the holdup is here. Should just screw right up into here. Okay, there we go. And it screws up right like this. And you can see that by doing that, that loosened up the other one. So apparently I didn't have it tight enough. And now I need to tighten it up more with the crescent wrench, I guess. Which I thought I had tightened it up enough, but I didn't, so we'll be right back. Okay, so I removed the bottle again because when I screwed in the bottle, it loosened up my nut there at the top. So this job is turning into a fun one. So what we're going to do, since I can't get my crescent wrench really up onto the in there onto the nut because of the sink and everything's right in the way, and I don't have one of those longer man, I can't think of what it's called. One of those, the ones that goes over there and then tighten it. So I'm going to basically just put my washcloth here over the stem and just gently grab onto the stem so I don't mess up the threads. And by turning that to the opposite, let's see here. Lefty loosey, it actually is tightening the nut on there. So I'm grabbing the stem and turning it, instead of righty-tighty, I'm turning it to the left or counterclockwise, and that is actually tightening it up there. So that should be tight enough. Like I said, don't want to over tighten. So that's a little tip there that I just learned, and I pass some of that wisdom on to you. If you don't have the proper tool, obviously the proper tool would be something similar to I can't reach it. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Basically like this, a housing that would be able to go up over. This one's too big to but it would fit over the entire screw thing, the stem, and be able to reach the nut. Unfortunately, I don't have one that actually fits, so I had to improvise, and sometimes it's what you have to do if you don't have the correct tools. Obviously, if we have the correct tools, then it would be much easier. And if we weren't stuck under a sink, it'd be much easier. So now that that is done, I am going to screw in this bottle again. And hopefully it won't come unscrewed. And basically I just need to make sure I have it lined up correctly. And don't want to over tighten this, doesn't need to be too tight. Alright, there we have it. So that is that part. I think we're all done under here. Let's go back up top. Hey friends, we are going to insert this stem part in here. Like that. And I think both sides are the same, so it doesn't really matter. Set that off the side right there. We have this soap from the other bottle. Just going to pour it in there. Hopefully. So it's kind of nice, you don't have to go under the sink all the time to refill it. Just using liquid dishwasher / hand soap here. Right, good enough. Now we're going to drop this right in there and see if we can't get some soap to come out, right? There we have it. So as long as no one pumps it from here, it seems a little stouter. It's actually got a metal stem and it seems to be more sturdily built. I don't know about this little part, and I'm just going to do a little water test here. You know, make sure no water is going to go under there and leak out of the bottom. So there. Right, I'll go under the sink and check it out. So we are back under here. I poured the water up top. It's screwed in snug enough. I don't see any water coming out of there. You can see our little soap bottle is filled. Oh, well, not filled, about half full. So that's what it's gonna look like. No water is good. So we're gonna do the most important part. Get the cleanup all taken care of so everything looks nice, and put the garbage can back under here. Alright, there it is. We are done. This obviously you can just rotate out of the way if you want to. You can pull it out to refill the soap in there. Works as it's supposed to, I guess. So thanks for watching this extra long video on how to install the liquid dispenser from Glacier Bay.